It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Friday, December the 11th, 2020, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Stanley Richard Whip Wilson, 81 of Muleshoe, was held Wednesday afternoon, December the 9th, at the 16th and D Church of Christ here in Muleshoe with Curtis Shelburne officiating. Burial was held in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Stanley died on Monday, December the 7th, in Muleshoe. He was born April the 21st, 1939, in New Mexico to Bay and Gladys Pryor Wilson. He married Patricia Lewis in Clovis on November the 25th, 1964. Stanley served in the U.S. Army. He owned and operated Wilson Drilling here in Muleshoe. He was an avid golfer and enjoyed gardening as well. One of his favorite pastimes was drinking coffee with his buddies. Stanley was a member of the 16th and D Church of Christ. He is preceded in death by his wife, Patricia, in February this year. His parents, two sons, Roby Lewis Wilson and Casey Glenn Wilson, three sisters, Marietta Thomas, Nelda Jo Teeter, and Kathy Wilson, and a brother, Gordon Wilson. Stanley is survived by two sons, Andy Wilson and his wife, Krista of Amarillo, and Kent Childs of Muleshoe. His daughter-in-law, Sharon Cooper of of Lubbock. Two sisters, Jan Furr of Canadian and Diane Brown of Muleshoe. Two brothers, Roger Wilson of Hettinger, North Dakota, and Mickey Wilson and his wife, Jan of Amarillo. Four grandchildren, Jack Keenan and his wife, Kinsey, Drew and her husband, Justin and Chancey, and one great-grandchild, Grant. The family suggests memorials be sent to the American Cancer Society, 3411 7th Street, Lubbock, Texas, 79423. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And please keep the family of Stanley Wilson on your prayer list today. Again, his funeral services were held this past Wednesday afternoon, December the 9th, at the 16th and D Church of Christ. Burial was in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Muleshoe just won't be the same without Stanley Wilson. Funeral service for Marsha Lewis, 60 of Earth, was held yesterday morning at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel here in Muleshoe with Curtis Shelburne officiating. Marsha died Monday, December the 7th, in Lubbock. She was born December the 10th, 1959, in Pittsburgh, California, to Thomas and Jacqueline Stovall Carlin. She married Randy Lewis in Las Vegas, Nevada, on February the 14th, 1974. Marsha managed Muleshoe Home Health for 20 years. She enjoyed doing bead art, painting, pottery, and anything creative. She is preceded in death by her parents. Marsha is survived by her husband, Randy. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Marsha Lewis on your prayer list today. Graveside service for Raul Garcia, 80 of Muleshoe, was held Wednesday morning, December the 9th, at the Muleshoe Memorial Park with Father Herberto Mercado officiating. He was born October the 1st, 1940, in Mexico to Guadalupe Garcia. He married Delia Gonzalez in Mexico July the 25th, 1961. Raul enjoyed doing mechanic work in his spare time. He loved scratching off lottery tickets. He was a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe. He is preceded in death by his mother, one brother, Reynaldo Garcia. Raul is survived by his wife, Delia, six sons, Manuel Garcia and his wife, Debbie, of Spring Hill, Tennessee, Raul Garcia Jr. and his wife, Diana, of Rockwall, Hector Garcia of Lubbock, Ramon Garcia of College Station, Sergio Garcia and his wife, Susan, of Howell, Texas, and Joe Garcia and his wife, Elizabeth, of Muleshoe. Two daughters survive him, Yolanda Vasquez, Leo Avilas of Muleshoe, and Leticia Mendoza and her husband, Jaime of Muleshoe. 20 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren also survive him. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Raul Garcia on your prayer list today. Doris Kent Deke Kendrick, 94 of Friona, died on December the 3rd in her family home. She was the mother of Sally Messenger of Muleshoe. A graveside service was held earlier in the week on December the 8th at the Friona Cemetery. Deke was born February the 9th, 1926 in Amarillo to the late Joe and Ethel Shields. She graduated from Amarillo High and attended Cotty College and Arizona State University before marrying Pudge Kendrick on October the 24th, 1947. Deke and Pudge founded Kendrick Oil Company together in 1951. Deke's devotion to the Lord and her constant quest for knowledge were evident through the life she led in Friona. She taught Sunday school at the First United Methodist Church and also served as a church musician. She was an avid reader and was a member of the Modern Study Club. She was named Woman of the Year by the Friona Chamber of Commerce. She was a born hostess who used her gifts to make those around her feel welcomed and loved. She was preceded in death by her husband, Pudge Kendrick, her son, James Rex Kendrick. The legacy Deke leaves includes her son, Daniel Kendrick, and his wife, Pamela of Friona, and her daughter, Sally Messenger, and her husband, Jay of Muleshoe. 5 grandchildren, Andrew and Casey Kendrick of Lubbock, Matthew and Tara Kendrick, also of Lubbock, Amanda and Philip Shelton of Chattanooga, Suzanne and Jeff King of Muleshoe, Jennifer Kendrick of Lubbock. Her love for her family was most apparent when she was being Gigi to her 8 great-grandchildren, Mallory, Avery, Jacob, Rylan, Camry, Isla, Reed, and Rex. The family would like to express their highest gratitude to those who have cared for Deke in her later years, including Natalia Costas, Linda Rice, Judy Nightingale, Faustina Carrillo, and Angie Gonzalez, along with Bluebonnet Hospice and Carol Jackson. In lieu of flowers, the family suggests memorials be made to the Palmer Paws, P.O. Box 333, Friona, Texas 79035. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. Psalms 121:8 was one of her favorite verses from the Bible. Please keep the family of Deke Kendrick, the mother of Sally Messenger of Muleshoe, on your prayer list today. Roy Munoz, 42, of Muleshoe, died on Friday, December the 4th, in Lubbock in a tragic event as he worked at the Muleshoe schools. He had been at the Muleshoe schools on Friday morning visiting with the staff at the cafeteria that he oversaw. He worked for Southwest Food Enterprises, overseeing the school cafeterias here in the Muleshoe schools, Sudan, and Morton as well. He went to Lubbock to pick up some fruit and then some supplies at the Walmart at 702 West Loop 289 in Lubbock, where he was shot and killed at about 3:15 Friday afternoon last week. And the police said that it appears to be a random shooting. According to the Eastern New Mexico News, our superintendent of Muleshoe Schools, R.L. Richards, says, "I got the call Friday night at a ball game, and I just couldn't believe it. He was so gentle, meek, and kind. We just can't see him being in a confrontation. We're just devastated." The suspect, Caleb Anthony Vasquez, 20, fled the store and immediately after the shooting. And then about 7:15 Friday evening, police responded to an attempted carjacking on Avenue A in Lubbock, and he was arrested without incident. Caleb Anthony Vasquez, is charged with murder and being held on a $500,000 bond in the Lubbock County Detention Center. You can see this entire story from the Eastern New Mexico News. You can find a link to it in our Twitter feed, bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com. Funeral service for Roy Munoz will be held 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, tomorrow on December the 12th at the American Boulevard Church of Christ in Muleshoe. That, I believe, should be the Muleshoe Church of Christ up on the hill, with Pastor Angie Castillo of Iglesia del Pueblo Church and Earth officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park under the care of Ramage Funeral Directors in Olton. Visitation will be today from 4 until 7 this afternoon, Friday, December the 11th, at Ramage Funeral Home Directors in Olton. Roy was born August 15, 1978, in Edinburgh, Texas, to Rufino and Elizabeth January Munoz. He married the love of his life, Vanessa De Leon, in 2002 in Edinburgh. He moved to Muleshoe in 2005. Roy was a member of the Iglesia del Pueblo Church and Earth, always smiling, compassionate, and kind. Roy was named the Parkview Nursing Care Center Sweetheart in 2008. He was a director of child nutrition for A-Plus Foods and then for Southwest Foods, and served in many of the area schools. He was mentored by Pastor Patrick Porras and became a deacon and minister for the youth in their church, always putting other people before himself. Roy was a great brother, bear, son, and husband. He was non-judgmental, down-to-earth, and beloved by all who knew him. He was preceded in death by his father, Rufino Munoz, in 2017. He is survived by his wife, Vanessa, of Muleshoe, his mother, Elizabeth Munoz of Edinburgh, his mother and father-in-law, Mundo and Peggy Cobos of Earth, his brother, Rufino Munoz Jr. of Edinburgh, 3 sisters, Chris Munoz of McAllen, Belinda Munoz of Edinburgh, and Sue Allen Munoz of Houston. He was blessed with 9 nieces and nephews and numerous aunts, uncles, and cousins. Please keep the family of Roy Munoz on your prayer list today, please. Again, his funeral services will be held tomorrow on Saturday, December the 12th at 2 p.m. at the Muleshoe Church of Christ with Pastor Angie Castillo officiating of the Iglesia del Pueblo Church in Earth officiating. Burial will be followed in the Muleshoe Memorial Park Cemetery. Such a tragedy. Please keep Vanessa and his whole family on your prayer list today. Well, make sure to look on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, as we already have 2 Christmas programs up. Dillman's second grade Cray Cray Christmas program from December the 3rd last week, and from this week on Wednesday, December the 9th, the third grade The Littlest Reindeer programs. These can be watched on demand anytime you want, but we live stream them when they occurred live, both of those events. And all our Christmas programming brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com, as well as our YouTube channel, Gilliam Advertising, our 2 Facebook pages, and our Twitter feed is brought to you by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, First Bank, Hi-Tek Automotive, MOHAWK Auto Parts, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Dell Oil Company, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Farmers Insurance, Julie DeBruin, Muleshoe Independent School District, McCormick Seeds, Leal's Tortilla Factory, Randall Field CPA, Precure Electric, Buywise Home Store, and State Farm Insurance, Mark Morton. You can see their Christmas greetings on the front page of our website, MuleshoeTV.com, center bottom of the page. Well, next week on Monday, December the 14th, Covenant Mobile Unit will be here in town in the parking lot at the Bailey County Courthouse from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. for antibody screening. It will be again at the Bailey County Courthouse in the parking lot, and it will be done by Covenant Wellness Mobile Unit, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. You must bring your insurance cards, primary and secondary. If applicable, you must have current coverage. No cost to participants if you have insurance coverage. Or if you are paying out of pocket, debit and credit card, it's $90 for those with no insurance. You must have driver's license with you, must be age 18 or older to screen, must wear a mask in order to screen. If you're sick, stay home. They will not screen you. If you're under quarantine, stay home. They will not screen you as well. And again, 8 a.m. till 2 p.m., the Bailey County Courthouse parking lot, Monday, December the 14th. The Covenant Wellness Mobile Unit will be screening for antibodies here in Bailey County. Well, the courthouse, to some extent, opened normally this week, and they changed up a little bit of their times as they are closing from noon until 1 each day, Monday through Thursday now is their plan, to allow their door screeners and others to go to lunch, and for additional cleaning time. On Fridays, all offices will be open 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., although the district clerk's office remained closed this week for the time being at our last notification due to COVID-19 illness. Anyone needing to speak with the district clerk's office can call 806-272-3165, and someone will get back with you as soon as possible. If anyone has any questions or comments, do not hesitate to contact the Bailey County Attorney's Office at 806-272-4205. And we got an update late last night from the Bailey County Muleshoe Emergency Management Group. And, of course, all these are available in our Twitter and Facebook pages. But as of yesterday, on Thursday, December the 10th, we're up to 41 active cases here in Bailey County. We've had a total of 695 positive cases, recovered 645, and sadly 9 deaths since the COVID-19 pandemic. But 41 active cases. We had dropped down into the 20s earlier in the week, but now we're back up to 41 active cases. So continue to social distance, wear your mask, and try to stay out of large groupings of people. And also clean your hands thoroughly with soap and water for 20 seconds. And if you can't get to soap and water, use hand sanitizer, and keep yourself and your family as safe as possible during this pandemic. Another story available on our Twitter feed is from KCBD. First Bank and Trust and Levelland Bank, AIM Bank jointly announced on Monday the banks completed their merger at the close of business on December the 4th. AIM Bank will now operate under the name First Bank and Trust. Customers will continue to receive service through the respective AIM Bank branches, website, mobile apps, personal bankers, and relationship managers until systems are converted in February 2021. The leadership teams from First Bank and Trust and AIM Bank will play critical roles in leading the new combined bank. Barry H. Orr, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, will lead First Bank and Trust. Greg Garland, President of First Bank and Trust, has assumed the role of President of FB&T's North Division, and Scott Wade, Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer of AIM Bank, has joined First Bank and Trust as Vice Chairman and Board and the Board of Presidents of FB&T South Division. Mr. Orr said, "We are very excited to welcome the customers, employees of AIM Bank. This combination presents us with the opportunity to integrate the best of both organizations and provide superior services as a combined bank. Together, we will make great things happen for our customers and the communities we serve," Mr. Wade stated. We at AIM Bank are extremely excited about the opportunity to join forces with First Bank and Trust team. This is a great opportunity for our customers, who will enjoy a broader selection of banking products and will continue to deal directly with our current bankers. As a result of the merger, First Bank and Trust becomes Heartland's largest bank subsidiary with assets of approximately $3 billion and 32 banking centers. That is available to read in its entirety from KCBD in the bottom left corner of our Twitter feed, MuleshoeTV.com. On Thursday, December the 31st, the First Baptist Church will be hosting a blood drive for Coffee Memorial out of Amarillo from 10 a.m. till 1:30 p.m. on that day. The end of the year, the blood drive will be held in the Fellowship Hall. And you can go to yourbloodinstitute.org/donor to sign up and schedule in advance to donate blood. That's Thursday, December the 31st. First Baptist Church will be hosting a blood drive for Coffee Memorial, 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Fellowship Hall at First Baptist Church. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition is brought to you by the First Bank, along with Liao's Mexican Restaurant. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with Secure Lock Equip. Secure Lock Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating card holders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen, simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the Secure Lock Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank Secure Lock Equip, available now for Android or iPhones through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Liao's, pure yummy goodness. They have cheese, and more cheese. Mexican food is tested to the limits once you get into Liao's. Come to 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas to get the best Tex-Mex from around the world.
Frying Cogs, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas, where now the perfect gift for Dad is on sale. Get the 2-tool 20-volt Drill Max Combo Kit by DeWalt marked down to $199.99. New shipment of Born jackets and bib-alls in all sizes for the whole family in different colors, including camouflage. Lots of heaters in stock now at Frying Cox, including the Tower Quart space heaters, vent-free gas space heaters, ceramic bathroom heaters, infrared heaters, and more. Manager's special good through December is the Chrome 6-spray handheld shower, now only $19.99 while supplies last. They have new shipment of snow shovels in at Frying Cox with sure grip, and they're built to last. Milwaukee heated tough shell jackets made of stretched polyester, all worn by red lithium batteries, and come with a charger now in at Frying Cox. They're your UPS drop-off center. Make sure to get your packages in by December the 15th to ensure delivery by Christmas. Several different sizes of heat lamps and bulbs now in at Frying Cox. Hand warmers, mega warmers, foot and toe warmers available as well. Lots of great Christmas decorations and gift-giving ideas, tree ornaments, stockings, wreaths, along with Christmas lights and tree stands, all now at Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard. You can call them now at 806-272-7511. Big news is they are now an approved COVID-19 provider of the vaccine. Once it's available, they will be able to administer the vaccine to the Muleshoe area at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard, right here in Muleshoe. Also, another big news on the COVID front at K&K Pharmacy is they are now offering rapid COVID-19 testing by appointment only. Call 806-272-7511 to make an appointment. It's only $75 for this rapid COVID-19 test, available now at K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe, 806-272-7511, 1411 West American Boulevard. Come in, you can call them and they can deliver to your home, or you can use their convenient drive-through on the west side of the building. It's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you by K&K Pharmacy. Well, we had some rain chances for the weekend earlier, or some precipitation chances, I should say, as some of it was wintry. But most of that has been taken out of our forecast for this weekend. Looking at our forecast for today on Friday, sunny, high near 54, west winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then increasing clouds tonight, low around 24, west winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north after midnight. Mostly sunny on Saturday, high near 53 degrees, northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming south in the morning. Saturday night, mostly cloudy, low around 28. South-southeast winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, becoming north-northwest after midnight Saturday night. Sunday morning, winds and gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunday, a slight chance of rain and snow showers before noon. Mostly sunny, high near 41. Windy with the north wind 25 to 30 miles per hour, decreasing to 20 to 25 miles per hour in the afternoon. Winds and gusts as high as 40 miles per hour during the day on Sunday. Chance of precipitation during the day is only 20%. Mostly clear. Sunday night, low around 20 degrees. North winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming southwest after midnight. Sunny, high near 52 on Monday. Southwest winds 10 to 20 miles per hour Monday night. Mostly clear, low around 25. Tuesday, sunny, high near 47 degrees. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 20. Wednesday, sunny, high near 53 degrees. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low around 24. Thursday, during the day, sunny, high near 55. So no moisture chances, except for a 20% chance of moisture on Sunday during the day as a cold front moves through the area, and it gets really windy and cold, colder during the day on Sunday, as the high will only be 41, but will warm back up in the 50s and upper 40s for the rest of the week next week. But our high should be 54 today on Friday, low tonight 24, then Saturday 53, the high and the low 28. Then the cold front will move through Saturday night into Sunday morning. K&K Pharmacy has brought to you this edition of the weather forecast. Well, district basketball action starts tonight here in Muleshoe, as the Mules and Lady Mules, the girls only, the varsity and JV girls are in action against the Lady Wildcats of Littlefield. JV girls begin at 5 p.m. here at Muleshoe High School Gymnasium, and then the varsity girls follow at 6:15. So good luck as they begin their district slate for the girls. The away game that was for the boys, JV and varsity boys in Hereford for tomorrow, has been canceled for December the 12th, so be aware of that. The city of Muleshoe did not have their yearly Christmas party due to the COVID virus, but their employees gave a generous donation of $2,912 to the Bailey County Food Pantry. City Manager Ramon Sanchez presented the check to April Smith of the Bailey County Food Pantry. Their service awards for 2020 were given to Joe Vargas for 5 years of service, Gladys Ramos, 5 years as well, Crystal Casto, 15 years, and John Paul Garza, 25 years. So congratulations to all those City of Muleshoe employees. Again, John Paul Garza, 25 years, Crystal Casto, 15, and Gladys Ramos, along with Joe Vargas, 5 years of service to the City of Muleshoe. There will be a reverse Christmas parade this Saturday, December the 12th. The lineup begins at 6 p.m. down Main Street, and the parade begins at 6:30. A reverse Christmas parade is where the floats park there up and down Main Street, and you're invited to drive down Main Street and look at them. Again, the parade begins at 6:30 p.m. down Main Street, Saturday, December the 12th. Christmas lights are up all around town on the streets and American Boulevard, down Main Street and American Boulevard. And this year they're in many different colors, the same designs, but many different colors, and they look great. And thanks so much to the Bailey County Electric Crews, XL Energy, and 5 Area Telephone, along with City of Muleshoe Public Works Department, as they worked diligently to put up these Christmas lights all around town. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm Keith Kobe with the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic. As we continue in this pandemic, your health is our utmost concern. We continue to work diligently to make the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic a safe place for you and your family. Most importantly, during this time, it is essential to keep up with your routine exams so we can help you address your medical problems before they get out of control. As always, please continue to practice CDC guidelines by wearing a mask in public areas and while visiting us. Please remember to stay 6 feet apart and wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Call the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic so we can help you living a healthy life.
That's 806-272-7531. The Livestock Show, Bailey County Livestock Show gun raffles continuing on. You can still get your tickets. They're $10 each, and you can get it from any Junior Livestock Show board member. Call the extension office to purchase tickets, 806-272-4583. The drawing will take place on January the 23rd. They're going to raffle off a Kimber Stainless .45 pistol, a Diamondback AR-15, and a Weatherby Orion 1 over-under 12-gauge shotgun. Again, see any Livestock Show board member or call the extension office, 806-272-4583. They're still planning on having a Livestock Show in mid-January. The Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program is running low on funds right now. They only have enough to operate for another 2 months. If you would like to make some year-end or Christmas season donations of monies to the Meals on Wheels, it would be greatly appreciated. Send it to Suite 110, Bailey County Courthouse, 300 South 1st Street, Muleshoe, Texas 79347, or you can call Judy Kaufman, 806-272-3647. Well, the First Baptist Church is planning their Christmas Eve service on December the 24th. Services will be a candlelight service at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m., and then in between at 4 p.m., a memorial service at the First Baptist Church of Muleshoe. The Christmas Eve candlelight service at the First United Methodist Church will be on December 24th as well, at 6 p.m. there in their sanctuary. We continue to broadcast the programs from the First Baptist, First Methodist, and Calvary Baptist every Sunday. You can find them on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the First Methodist, First Baptist, or Calvary Baptist tabs at the top left of the corner. We'll live stream at 11 a.m. the First Baptist Church, and this coming Sunday, the message will be Living Christmas from 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 24 by Dr. Stacy Connor. And then later in the early afternoon around 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we post the full services audio from Calvary Baptist and First United Methodist Church. This Sunday, it will be a message by Jeff Kaufman, of course, at Calvary, and Angela Carter will bring the message from the First United Methodist Church. Well, we saw this earlier on K&K Pharmacy's Facebook page and thought it was some good information about common conditions from COVID-19 compared to other conditions like the cold and the flu. If your symptom is fever, that is very common with COVID-19. It's rare with the cold and common with the flu. A dry cough is common with COVID-19. It's mild with a cold and common with the flu. A shortness of breath, if that's your symptom, is common with COVID-19. It is does not happen in a cold and does not happen with a flu. Headaches are sometimes occur with COVID-19, rare with a cold and common with a flu. Aches and pains sometimes with COVID-19. It's common with a cold and common also with the flu. Sore throat happens sometimes with COVID-19. With the cold, it's common, and also with the flu, it's common as well. Fatigue, if that's your symptom, sometimes with COVID-19 and sometimes with the cold, and it's common in the flu. Diarrhea, it's rare with COVID-19. It does not happen with the cold, and sometimes happens with the flu. A runny nose, it's rare with COVID-19. It's common with the cold and sometimes occurs in the flu. And sneezing, it does not happen with COVID-19. It's common with the cold and it does not occur with the flu. So some interesting symptoms and what they occur with different conditions, including COVID-19, common, cold, and flu. If you are experiencing some symptoms and you want to ask someone here in Muleshoe, you can always call the Bailey County EMS hotline for COVID-19 questions. Call 833-EMS-4390 and then go to extension 4. If no one answers, please leave a detailed message and someone will get back to you as soon as possible. That's the Bailey County EMS hotline for COVID-19. Again, is 833-EMS-4390 extension 4. On your prayer list today, please remember all those that are working in our healthcare industry, especially the frontline doctors and nurses and staffs in ERs and in ICUs, especially here in Muleshoe and in Lubbock, Amarillo. Our entire area is being overrun by too many COVID-19 cases. Remember on your prayer lists today, please, our local businessmen, small business owners and their employees, and all of our banks, as many changes are going on with our two big banks here in Muleshoe at AIM Bank and First Bank. Keep all of our local leaders on your prayer list in the city and our county leaders at the hospital and at the Parkview Nursing Care Center. Our school leaders, remember them on your prayer list today as well. Keep all of our church leaders as well on your prayers. Remember, please, Connie Alanis, as she is battling cancer. Remember Yasmin Rodriguez Also, remember Lisa Oftencamp on your prayer list today. She is at home now. Betty and Gary Freeman are both ill. Please keep them on your prayer list. Remember Ellen Ladd. Also, Bonnie Carpenter. Remember Bob and Lana Bomer, Becky Poole. Please keep my dear godmother. She is in hospice care now in the Lubbock area. Judy Lambert, longtime Muleshoe resident. Remember Haley Box on your prayer list today as she's in the hospital in the Dallas area. Terry Burton, who's recently had knee surgeries. Remember Carrie Moore, who's now a resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center, along with his dear wife, Mary. Remember Francisco Gonzalez. Remember Betty and Gary Freeman, Marshall Head, Bruce Fuller, Evelyn Ziegenfuss, Cleta Robertson. Remember Donald Phelps, who's in the nursing home at our last report in Freona. Carolyn Johnson, who's now at home and doing somewhat better. Please continue to remember Carolyn. Joe Phelps and Royce Turner needs to be on your prayer list today. Linda Lutz, Mary Nell Bleeker, Gladys Black, Justin Obenhouse, David Lawrence, Barbara Finney, Lucilla Flores needs to be on your prayer list today. Janetta Precure. Remember also Margaret Berman, Matthew Alicon, Jacob Olivas. Keep all these people on your prayer list today, along with those that are grieving the recent loss of a loved one. And my gosh, there's just been tons and tons of deaths here locally over the past several months, including the tragic shooting of Roy Munoz of Muleshoe. Please keep the Munoz family on your prayer list. Deke Kendrick, the family of Raul Garcia, needs to be on your prayer list. Marsha Lewis, Stanley Wilson, the family of Jean Mount, the family of Doris Parker and Alma Franco, the family of Aurelia Mayorga, the family of Hazel Birch, the family of Roger Reynolds, the family of Frank Stegall, the family of Jim Lutz, and the family of Daniel Guerrero Lopez. Please keep all these grieving families on your prayer list today. Here as we close out our Muletrain as well, we just were notified on the passing of Sherry Weeson, along with Jay Gleason, both former Muleshoe residents, and we'll have more on them next week in our Muletrain news. But please keep the Weeson family on your prayer list today, along with the Gleason family as well. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear the latest Muletrain news programs, along with all our archived ones, available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
This is Tumbleweed Smith, the Christmas tree in no trees. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Andy Wilkinson of Lubbock writes and sings about West Texas.
It was a rough year for our Roughnecks children. Hard times, harder living. We moved when the rent come due, and it come due once a week.
He has performed in several states and in the British Isles.
That year in late December, found us in an old house trailer west of Odessa, near a town they call No Trees.
Once he was asked if he had ever written a song about Christmas. He said no.
It's a difficult subject to write about. You know, it's like writing a song for Mother's Day or something. I literally sat down to write a song about Christmas, but I didn't want to write, Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening, White Christmas. I wanted to write something about our part of the country, where it rarely ever snows on Christmas. And I wanted to write something that I was connected with, which was, as a little kid growing up, we were on the farm. Christmas wasn't always easy, The crop wasn't nearly always in at Christmas. Sometimes you were still stripping the cotton or pulling it, depending on what years it was, and it wasn't an easy thing to do. So I thought I want to write something about people who don't have the material things at Christmas. So I wanted a symbol. What is a symbol? And I thought, well, if you're so poor, you can't afford a Christmas tree. I'd seen a tumbleweed more than once used as a Christmas tree. So with that symbol in mind, I thought, well, where can I set it? I thought, if you don't have a tree, there's only one place you can be, and that's in no trees.
He drove to town in the company pickup, but when he didn't have the sawbuck for the price of a Christmas tree, he brought back a tumbleweed. Christmas Eve in No Trees, Texas, wind blowing through the cactus. Santa Claus was a rich kid's saint and a poor kid's dream. But I'd trade every fancy present I ever had or ever will get for the night of the tumbleweed Christmas tree.
Andy Wilkinson of Lubbock. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.
Daddy sit it on the dinette table.